So in this tutorial we'll be looking at how the aliens attack Marines, so in the alien phase. So I have an example here where I have the VAT spawn from before, the clone troopers, here he is, and Squaddy Dibble was located down here. I've got the character sheet for Dibble in view here. What we're going to do is this character is going to shoot at Dibble. We're going to do a single shot first, then we're going to do a full attack, and then I'm going to show you what happens when you have a mob attacking a Marine. So first of all we measure the range, and in this case the range is under 16 inches but over 8 inches, which means that it will be medium range. So we look at the shooting characteristic at medium range for this VAT spawn will be 6 dice. So you'll roll 6 dice. Aliens do criticals, so 6s are re-rolled, but they ignore all mishaps and botches. They don't have any effect on the aliens. So we roll 6 dice. And you get 2 hits. We then roll 2 dice in order to determine the location. So this case you add the 2 numbers up, so that's a 7. A 7 would be hitting the torso there. You look at these numbers that are written by the locations, and the 7 is the torso. We compare the damage, which is 2 with no penetration at all, to the soak on the location, which is 3. So 2 damage does not get through the soak, so this shot will ping off Dibble's armour. In the next example we're going to do that again, but this time the alien was a little bit more lucky and rolled this, which is 5 hits, 2 of which are 6s. So they roll the 6s again and score 2 more hits. They roll that 6 again and get a 4, so that's nothing extra. So that's a total of 7 hits, so Dibble's going to be taking some damage. We roll the location for Dibble, and ouch, there it is, it hits the head. This is going to be painful. Dibble has 2 points of soak in the head, so the first 2 points of damage are absorbed by the soak, so those 2 are ignored. That leaves 5 points of damage left to assign. So the first point of damage goes on the first box of the top row. So that's number 1. We then mark off a point of damage from the next row. So that's number 2. We then keep going down. That row doesn't have any boxes in it. This one, so that's number 3. He's been wounded in the head. We've still got 2 hits to assign, and we've got to the bottom. So we go back to the top and we do 1 and 2. So that's a total of 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dibble has unfortunately just had his head shot off, which means that he has 2 turns to live before he completely bleeds out, and he'll probably, even if he was saved, be taking brain damage, almost certainly. So not a good day at the office for Squaddy Dibble, I'm afraid. Right. We'll try another example. Right. So the alien rolls 6 dice, and let's assume this was the result, and then he rolls the 6s again and gets triple 4s, so no extra hits. So he's scored a total of 4 hits. He's then going to roll the location, and when he rolls the location, he gets an 8. An 8 is a hit in the torso. The torso has a soak of 3, meaning that the first 3 hits will be ignored. The penetration of the weapon is nothing, so it doesn't ignore any of the soak. So the first 3 hits are ignored by are absorbed by the armor. That leaves 1 hit behind. So Dibble will take 1 point of damage. He will take the point of damage there, the top box of the first row. If Dibble was shot again for the exact same result, then he would take a point of damage. Now you would not, in this case, fill in this box. You would fill in the top box of the first row, which would be that one there. The next example is going to be one in which a critical is rolled. So suggest that this was the roll rolled by the alien on Dibble, then that is 4 hits. You would roll the 6 again, 5 hits in total. If you then roll the hit location and score double 1, then that is a critical hit to the torso. So what happens here? You fill in twice as many boxes as you would normally. The penetration is 0, so the armor of soak of 3 takes off 3 hits. So those 3 hits are disregarded, leaving 2 hits left to apply damage. But because the result rolled was a double 1, that's the critical. So those 2 hits would normally fill in 2 boxes, but now they fill in 4 boxes. So we go 1 on the top box, the next row down, 2, the next row down, 3, so he's been wounded, and then because there's no more rows, we go back to the top and fill in that box there for 4. So Dibble has been wounded in the torso with that critical hit. The next example we're going to do is to show how the full attack of aliens work. Full attack is very easy for aliens. If they only attack, so they spend 2 actions attacking, then they get to add their full attack bonus in as well. His medium score is 6, his full attack score there is 3, which means he would roll a total of 9 dice. So here goes. The alien's rolling 9 dice because he's using both actions to attack Squaddy Dibble. There we go. It's 5 hits. Roll some extra dice. 1 more. So that's a total of 6 hits. The location is 11, which is an arm. It's the left arm. So 6 hits, no penetration, 2 points of armor. So 2 points of armor soak, get rid of those. Remaining 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dibble has been wounded in his left arm. So in the previous examples, we saw how a single alien could attack a marine. In this example, we're going to see how mobs of aliens work. Mobs of aliens all act, move and shoot as a single group. They don't act individually. So here we have a mob of 3 of these vat spawn aliens, and they're going to be engaging Dibble here. When aliens attack together, they gang up. On the crib sheet, you will see that aliens that gang up, for each extra alien, they gain 1 extra dice. So ganging up bonus in dice per enemy, 1 extra. You have to choose which character is going to be doing the primary attack. In this case it doesn't matter because all 3 are identical. But if one of them had a special weapon, then they might lead the attack, which might give the attack more penetration or something like that. All the characters have to be able to roll at least 1 dice when attacking the marine anyway. We measure the range. The range is 1 foot, so that is more than 8 but less than 16, which means it's medium range. Medium range, these aliens roll 6 dice. So there's 6 dice. They've got 2 friends, so they'd roll an additional 2 dice. Roll the dice. Bang. The 6, so you get another roll. No extra hits. So 3 damage. Might work, might do a point of damage if it hit the head or arms, but if it hit the legs or torso, then it would be absorbed by the armor. Let's find out. It hits the torso, so 3 points are absorbed. Those 3 are all absorbed by the armor. Dibble is okay. Dibble is okay. Next we're going to do a mob attack, which is a full attack. So if this mob uses both of its actions to shoot at Dibble, then they will get 6 dice for their base. They will get an extra 2 dice for the mates, and they'll get an extra 3 dice for the full attack, for a total of 11 dice, which could be quite painful for poor Dibble. We won't roll that one. Next we're going to see what happens if Dibble is at shorter range. So Dibble is now at point blank range, So that means that the first alien is going to roll 7 dice. This changes things, because if we look at the Xeno-Force crib sheet, if the alien rolls 7 to 10 dice as his base, then he will get a ganging up bonus of 1 per friend, but also they'll gain automatic hits of 1 for every 2 friends that he has. So he will be rolling 7 dice normally. He'll be rolling 2 extra dice for his friends, and he will also be getting 1 automatic hit because he has 2 friends. So that will be an automatic hit. So it's already a result of a 5 essentially. Roll the dice. No extras from the 6. So that would be a total of 4 hits on Dibble. If they did a full attack, then that would give you 7 dice initially for the point blank range, 3 dice for the full attack, 2 extra dice for his 2 mates, and 1 automatic hit because his base score was 7. Please note that it's the base score before you use the full attack, and not after you use the full attack, that corresponds to the line that you would use here. Okay, and that is how aliens attack.